Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad John Rush behind the camera, and we're going to take a look at the 2015, and I should say the all-new 2015 Volkswagen Golf TSI. This is the SE trim level, which includes a couple things. It's different than some of the other trim levels, and it's kind of the mid-grade, not quite the top, not quite the bottom. Gives you a lot of different options, and really did enjoy this car. It's a very fun car to drive, very smooth, a lot of nice features, has some downsides, but again, we'll get into that. So let's take a quick walk around the car and show some of the features. Something to notice, again, that it's all new on this model. It's completely redesigned. Are the headlights. You'll notice those. Those are redesigned for 2015, along with the taillights, which we'll get here in a second. And there's some new creases on the side, and we'll show you those here in a second as we get to the side, and you can see those. That crease right underneath the door handles, all new for 2015. The biggest change for this car is actually something you're not going to see, but rather feel. It is the 1.8-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder underneath the hood, and let me tell you, it works awesome. No other words to describe it. This car is also available in a diesel, which again Volkswagen is known for. And in my opinion, it works well. We haven't gotten to drive the diesel. We would love to. However, we actually have some friends who recently purchased this vehicle, and they love it. They did purchase the diesel version. Some things to point out. It comes in a 2- or 4-door hatchback, depending on which model you'd like. The SE only allows for an automatic transmission, which also provides you with the sunroof. And I don't know if you can get that above how the sunroof sits, but I really do like how it sits level, as well as partial power seats. Some other features to include in the SE are 17-inch wheels, automatic headlights, fog lights, auto wipers, heated front seats, rear view camera, and a Fender audio system. In terms of what we were able to average, miles per gallon wise, 25 and 36 are the highway and city, city and highway, I'm sorry, miles per gallon you're supposed to average, so 29 right there in the middle. For us, myself with a lead foot, I was able to average about that 25, 26 miles per gallon just driving around town. My dad was able to average close to 40, and some of you are going to be shocked by that, but I like to say he likes to drive like a grandpa, but that's just me personally, and I really do think that you would be able to average upwards of 30 miles per gallon if you were driving this car every single day. One thing I will point out, which we're going to go take a drive here in a second and come back. You don't see any rear view camera on this right now, but let me tell you there is one, and actually I'll tell you what, let's go take a drive. We'll kind of show you how that camera looks, and then we'll come back and actually show you what that camera looks like. So stay tuned. Alright, Drive Radio fans, we're here for the driving portion of the 2015 Volkswagen Golf TSI SE, and we're going to go through some of the interior features which we normally do to try and show you and give you a feel for what it's like actually operating and maneuvering this car. I will point out the 5+ inch display here. Some cool features here which you'll notice. The way that the screen is right now, I kind of want you to pay attention. As I move my finger, it actually senses it and brings up some more options. So whereas it looks like the arrows, here I'll pull them away, looks like the arrows you're not able to do anything with, as you get closer it pops them up. Very intuitive system. I guess let's go to the car. Gives you some different, actually we're on the car right now, gives you fuel economy, can give you tire pressure as necessary. You can go to the main menu, and actually it has a very nice sensitive screen there. I can go right here to the radio, select that, it brings us on into the radio. When I go to the band, it's very easy to select that, and even when I have some presets, we're able to do that, but not going to spend a ton of time there. In terms of the climate, really nice. It doesn't have dual climate, but again, works very, very well. Will point out the sunroof. Something to point out, this is just a sunshade versus the cover that a lot of other cars have. So let me point this out. I can actually bring back, the sunroof is opening and you'll see some more light come through, but I can leave this closed. So maybe it's, I'm not sure what it would be. Maybe you just want to leave this closed if there's some bugs, if you're on the, whatever it is, you don't want anything to get in, but you still want that air, that openness feeling. You can do that and open some more light, or pull it all the way back, and I do have a full capable sunroof, which is a great option in my opinion. Is a very nice feature. One thing that I am not a fan of, and I'll kind of point this out in the opinion, no auto dimming mirror option. It still has your typical old, I don't want to say old, but it is older, auto or self-adjusting mirror, manual adjusting. It doesn't have a blind spot monitoring. And one thing, fans, before we get on our drive portion, wanted to show you was the Fender audio sound system they've done here. Again, to cater to the younger generation, they've put some features such as the sound system in. The best way to show you is to just turn it up and let you listen. So you can kind of see what it's like, and something that they've also done is the ability to change the settings in this car and to adjust some of this. A very hands-on, very simple, easy, intuitive system in terms of there. You can adjust the sound, you can adjust the bass, the treble, things of that sort. But it really is a very simple, great system to use. And actually, you're not going to find this on a lot of cars, a subwoofer. And my fiance actually commented on how a car of this stature is a pretty stinking good stock subwoofer. And again, we'll kind of turn it up, and really is great. So with that, let's take a quick drive. And we're going to turn it down just a little bit more so you can hear. You will notice the rear view camera, and we'll show you when we get back how it works and where it flips up from. But turning it, you will see it doesn't turn with the car, but it does give you some nice lines here to show where that's at, and it gives you the ability to adjust the picture, the color if you're not able to see. And overall, though, really impressed with this system. Downside is it does not turn with it, but we'll put it in here, and as we get driving, you will hear the camera in the back possibly flip back up. But we'll take for a drive. As I mentioned in the opening, 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, works well. I will point this out, for a $25,000 car, very quiet on the inside. I'm going to do my best to be quiet here for a second and let you listen. You actually don't have a lot of extra noise in this car, which is a nice feature, again, for that price point. Overall, in terms of drivability, I felt that it was smooth. Some other reviewers, some other media sites will comment on how it doesn't have quite this roll or that. To me, you're not buying this car to go take it on a racetrack. You're buying this car to get from point A to point B in an economical way, and also give you that sporty feel, and I feel like they have done that in a tremendous way. I really am pleased with this car, and so a lot of people ask us, would you go out and buy this car? If I was looking at not starting a family here in the very near future, I would probably go out and buy this car. It's great gas mileage. My wife, or my fiance, I should say, actually drives quite a bit, and so for her, this would be a great car. And yeah, for you, if you're doing a lot of highway driving, it is a great car and a great honestly piece of equipment to own and to have. But with that, let's head back. Let's show you, take a look at the interior and give you my opinion of the 2015 Volkswagen Golf. All right, everyone, we're back from the driving portion, and before we go through the interior, we wanted to show you, we mentioned the backup camera and how it works. So I'm actually gonna have my dad run around to the back and I'll flip it up for you. If I can get back here fast enough, you can see the camera right there that it pops up, and here in a second it's actually going to flip down after a period of inactivity. But something else to notice on this, which by the way, in our opinion, gives it a great sleek look, and I'm not sure why other car manufacturers haven't done this in the past. I think it is a great feature because you don't have a backup camera anywhere on here. It's all right here. Something to notice here. The way to pop up the trunk is, obviously, I have the ability to do that on the key fob, or if I'm coming up here, all I do is I push up here, it unlocks it, and then I also push up, so push up with your thumb, and I lift up to unlock it there. Sorry, I got to do it all in one motion. One thing you will notice, I don't know if you can see this, Dad, is the backup camera isn't there, so you're not grabbing the backup camera. It's actually right down here. You can see the spring right there, and that's how it comes up. And some of you aren't going to care. Some of you are going to say, wow, why are you spending so much time? To us, it's a cool feature and something that Volkswagen is the first to do of anyone in the market. So well, now we're on the trunk. Some great trunk space for this car and for this segment. You're able, it doesn't look like you have quite a lot of trunk room when you're looking at this car from the side, but overall you could get 2 carry-ons in here. We actually made a grocery store run. We were able to get groceries in here, paper, boxes, things of that sort. You're able to, again, you have the spare tire right here, so more storage under there if you wanted to, and some storage along the sides. And you do have the privacy screen right here, and if you're going to take a trip or you needed the extra little bit of storage, you have the ability to fold down, and let me see if I can get it, fold down that middle console right there to stick through your long piece of equipment. Some actually here in Colorado, especially skis, snowboards, things of that sort. And again, love the privacy screen that they've done here. Really easy to close. All you do, give it a nice pull, down, there you are. So let's take a look at the back seat here. And I'll move my snow brush over to the side. So this seat, as you can tell, is all the way back. It can move up a few inches, which we always do. Those of you familiar with our reviews, my knees are touching. However, I will say this, if you were to move this seat forward, I would be perfectly comfortable. In terms of back support on this back seat, really comfortable. Feel like I could go for a drive in this. Now, could I go for a 15-hour drive to a far-off place? Probably not. But again, this car is very comfortable, especially for around-town driving. Really do like it. We'll want to point out some features here. Love this finish that they've done here. It gives it a nice, sleek, sporty look. This soft touch, and that's what, again, throughout this car, which I haven't mentioned price points or haven't mentioned it too often, it's $25,000, $750. So really, you get soft touch in here, not leather. They call it a leatherette, is what Volkswagen's term is. One thing to notice is the exhaust has to go somewhere, so it's coming out in this direction. It makes it a little bit uncomfortable for someone sitting in the middle. You do have two vents right here, which is a nice feature. And again, something we like to do on these cars, getting out, you are able to get out. It does have this little bit of a slope, but in terms of getting out, especially if you're a lady, very comfortable, very easy to do, and especially in a compact car like this, which, mind you, parking this vehicle is an absolute breeze. But I'm going to open the front door and I'm going to meet you around on the other side and we'll continue the review. All right, everyone, we're here on the front seat and kind of going to go through some of the features that we weren't able to cover in the driving portion. Really like the apportionments that they've put in this car in terms of, again, we'd mentioned the leatherette. Does have heated front seats right here, and they work really well. They get hot, really hot, very fast. You do have the adjustable seat belt right here to, again, to adjust your seat belt height. And right here you have, again, the finishes, the apportionments right here. Really do like that. It is a plastic up into here, but again, you're getting a car for $25,000. Really, it's something to, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. Really very intuitive controls, especially right here, which again, we went through the driving portion. Very user-friendly, very easy to access. You're here. I don't have to overextend my arm. I can see everything. It has tuning and volume knobs, and you still have a touch screen there, which again is something that's very nice. Love the sleek look that they've made in here. Volkswagen has designed this car to give it a sportier, I don't want to say riskier feel, but a sportier, younger generation feel. And again, it's targeted to my market. You do have some nice sized cup holders here. You do have your outlet here available, your speed brake. And in terms of the console, one thing I will say, which Volkswagen has done, is this is the iPod jack, the iPod hookup that you're able to plug in. And to me, I would like it if they would start supplying a new hookup or even a different hookup when it comes to this, because to be honest, Volkswagen, this is actually, believe it or not, becoming outdated. So something that I would like to see change, not a huge thing, but something to consider. Overall, love this car. Great, had a great drive in it. And actually, instead of that, let's come back and I'll tell you my opinion of the 2015 Volkswagen Golf. All right, fans, here's my opinion of the 2015 Volkswagen Golf TSI SE. What are some pros? The price, $25,000, mid-20s, and you get a lot of car for the money in terms of performance, fuel economy, which actually is my second pro. Great fuel economy. You'll be able to average comfortably, in our opinion, about 30 miles per gallon plus, or even then you're at the high 20s in a worst case scenario with some highway driving there. And also, for some people, the biggest pro is that it is a Volkswagen. Some people really love the Volkswagen brand, and that's going to be a pro for you. What are a con? For me, it's the lack of features in terms of the available options and for what you get. You don't even get the option for a dimming mirror, and some safety features. You have to add on a forward collision warning and some of the parking sensors to it, and as well as some of the different lighting, which again, those are really your only options. So, but if you're looking for a cost-effective car, very economical car, in our opinion, this car fits that bill. And really, again, two people, in our opinion. If you want to try and put a car seat or a family in the back, again, more power to you. Which leads us to our last point: get out, drive this car, drive any car that you're looking at purchasing. We really think it would be a great investment of your time. And if you do decide to purchase this car or even go test drive it, head to your local Volkswagen dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our latest video. We really appreciate you listening and watching, and we really do appreciate all the comments that you do have. If you'd like to learn more information not only about this review but our other car reviews that we've done, head to our website www.drive-radio.com. Also head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/driveradio, and last but not least, where you can watch all of these other reviews, head to youtube.com/driveradio, all one word, or in the YouTube search bar, Drive Radio. We have a lot of other content on there, and we look forward to you heading there, again, checking us out, leaving your comments, and if you're interested in any of these cars, head to your local dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Thanks, and have a great day, night, and just enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.